the second topic of understanding AI digital tools for teaching and learning. And today, again, I want all of you to be there till the last of the session for all the wonderful learning and knowledge what is going to be here with our speaker. And for the session, we have with us Miss Niharika ma'am, who is actually very interactive and has very interesting presentation style and instrumental in providing educators and parents with effective solutions for handling real life challenges. With not only this, with a very strong foundation in science and passion for empowering educators, she has a very rich experience in training with successfully conducting a lot of workshops and training segments. And she not only this, she also holds a degree in nanotech technology. She has worked extensively in the social sectors and the publishing sectors as well. With all of this, with all of her wonderful learning and knowledge, she is going to empower us. I want all of you to be with ma'am and us throughout the session. All over to you, Niharika ma'am.
Thank you so much, Rapti ma'am, and a very good afternoon and welcome to today's session. As you can see on your screens, today's session is about understanding AI. Let me share it with once again. So we are going to talk about AI. All of us have heard कि AI क्या है, AI को कैसे यूज करना है. हर जना उस पे AI को यूज करने की कोशिश कर रहा है, but we are still trying. हम अभी भी learning के level पे हैं. So what we are going to do today, we are going to, learn how to use the digital tools for your teaching and learning. One request for all the teachers, I can see everybody is using the chat box, which is great. Thank you so much. One request is let's make the session interactive. I will be asking you questions, but just keep in mind that अगर आप unmute करके बोलेंगे, it will be little difficult for all of us to understand. So whenever there is a question or whenever there is a query, request to use the chat box. We are using the chat box in such a great manner. Everybody is saying good evening. A very good evening. Welcome to the session again. So yeah, my first question to all of you before starting the session is, what is AI as per you? We are going to dig deep about it. Artificial intelligence, we know the full form. AI is artificial intelligence. But what is artificial intelligence? In one or two words or in one or two lines, if you can simply write in the chat box and tell me कि AI आपके हिसाब से क्या होता है?
Niharika ma'am, just
Yes.
turn on the presentation mode. I believe this sharing
This
screen
conversation is
is the
powered by
one.
Google Illuminate. Check out
Wait.
illuminate.google.
Yeah, wait, I will do it. Yeah.
Yes.
This conversation is powered by Google Illuminate. Check out illuminate.google.com for more.
Yes. I hope everybody can see this. Arithmetic
Yes,
intelligence.
we can see.
Okay, we are making it AI. That's fine. It's helpful. Great. Any other understanding about AI? AI, yes, it does simplify the tasks. Technology that enables computers to simulate human intelligence. Yes. Okay, so I can see that since all of us are using a little bit of AI in our daily lives, we are also trying to use it in the classroom. We have a little bit of idea that what actually AI is. Let's moving to the next slide. Wait. We get creative ideas from AI. Yes, we do get creative ideas from AI. What type of creative ideas do you think do we get from? Making work easier. Yes, I understand. It is making our work easier. But how is it doing that? How do you think that's happening?
Every
Okay. So yes, all of us are actually right. The AI intelligence in a small manner, आप सबने जो कहा वो भी ठीक था. But AI is a technology that enables the computers. So first thing is it is enabling the computers. It is also enabling the machines. So any type of machine that you use, even if your mobile phones are also called machines. So it's a technology that enables the computers and machines to simulate human learning, comprehension, problem solving skills, decision making, creativity and autonomy. So if you see, these are all the skills जो हम बचपन से पढ़ते आते थे. Comprehension, we need to know what love, problem solving is, decision making करनी आनी चाहिए. तो हम कर क्या रहे हैं, हम कंप्यूटर और मशीन्स को उस एबल बनाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं एआई के थ्रू कि वो ये सारे स्किल्स को कर सके. सो इट्स ऑल्सो लाइक मिमिकिंग व्हाट ह्यूमन लर्निंग इज. नाउ yes, so the first time chat gpt, it's just a little information that the chat gpt first ever time was released in November 2022. And now if you see, it's almost chat gpt ने generative ai जिसको हम इतना ज्यादा यूज करते हैं, वो 2022 में नवंबर 2022 में लॉन्च किया था. एंड इट्स ऑलमोस्ट 3 years नाउ. एंड इफ यू सी, इट्स एवरीवेयर इट इज. ये एंड देन ओपन एआई ने एक चैट जीपीटी, इफ यू सी, यू मस्ट हैव सीन द न्यूज दैट चैट जीपीटी 5 इज ऑल्सो रिलीज. They've also released when ChatGPT Deep Search आया. It's a tool that promises to redefine how we conduct research. So it's not just, editing your pictures or just putting down some statuses or writing like that. It is also conducting the researches. So this tool is there for amplifying the human cognition, extending your ability to analyze, create, and innovate. So keep these things in mind that machines are thinking like us, but we are enabling them to do that. Okay? And we want them to analyze, create, and innovate. But again, the problem is the phase, or maybe the issue that we face is that there's a constant question going on that AI हमसे आगे निकल जाएगा. So that is not going to happen. How we are going to do that? Let's move ahead. Now, if you use your AI with intention, when I say intention, it means if you are using AI in such a manner, you have to be very careful when you're using with a good intention. With the help of AI, not only you, your students can develop the critical thinking, they will develop the personalized instructions and also and deeper engagement with the content. So if you see, it's AI, it's connected everywhere. Many people, many of us are putting our thoughts in it. There are multiple research papers, so there is also content that is available. So it's like globalization of your knowledge, something that you are putting in AI, it's always there. So your knowledge is also being globalized. It's also going everywhere. Next, if you move. So to start with, I understand there are certain challenges and risks, right? When I say there should be good intentions, there are also certain challenges that you might face with AI. The first ever challenge that is your data risk. So recently there was a Ghibli trend on Instagram, and everybody, I am not audible.
You're audible. You're audible.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. So recently we were talking about the Ghibli trend, that there was a trend, everybody was putting their pictures, turning them into cartoons. That was the data breach. That is where the data risk. So this AI is also vulnerable to data poisoning. There is also that is data being tampered, and there is also data bias. So you must have seen that the images are being changed in a way, they are being tampered in a way. So first thing that comes is, it is one of the challenges that we face with AI is the data policy. And if you are providing too much of data, it is also leading to the cyber attacks. There are multiple cyber attacks and there is a data breach. There are times your major websites are hacked because of those data breaches. So we need to be careful with the data that we are providing to AI. But we are not saying that we don't need to provide, we will provide. But how to do it is the question. So we'll answer that question. Second comes the operational risk. Most of the operational risks means that there are changes. So if you see, there are multiple models that are developing. Some of the models are free, some of the models are paid. So these are some operational risks that there might be a problem that a previous model because it is still in a making stage, there might be some issues. There can be a breakdown in the at the policy structure. And then the third is your ethical risk. Again, you are reusing somebody's data comes under the ethical and the legal risk. So to overcome all these risk, इन सब रिस्क को ओवरकम करने के लिए जरूरी है कि हम ये सीखें कि आपको एआई को अच्छे से कैसे यूज करना है. एवरीथिंग हैज अ प्रो एंड अ कॉन. द पॉइंट इज आप उस चीज को किस तरीके से यूज कर सकते हैं. सो व्हाट यू आर गोइंग टू डू इज वी आर गोइंग टू लर्न ऑन हाउ टू यूज दिस एआई ethically. I always say, let's learn to use AI ethically in your teaching and whatever you are learning. So remember the word ethically. Ethics are something very important when you are learning. Then, so it always starts with the AI literacy, that you need to know what actually AI is. You know what AI is. You also gave me the answer कि AI काम कैसे करता है. But there comes AI के types. There are types of AIs. When there is an AI, when there is an AI artificial intelligence, there is also a limitation and there are ethics. So AI literacy needs to be inculcated in your classroom, needs to be inculcated in your school. अब वो आप कैसे करोगे? AI literacy आप लाओगे कैसे? AI literacy के लिए दो चीजें होती हैं. That's on your screen. One is your knowledge of AI, and the second is what skills needs to be used. So what is AI? You know. How it works, we will see. AI के types होते हैं, we know. Chat GPT होता है और बहुत सारे हैं. Chat GPT, OpenAI is the most common one. Then there are limitations we can discuss. Then if you move, there are ethics on how to use it. And then after the knowledge part, here comes the skill part कि AI literacy में skills भी होते हैं. कोई भी चीज आप सीख रहे हैं, there will be skills. So skills is prompt engineering. What is prompt engineering? Prompt engineering is how do you ask AI to work for you? Digital literacy आपको आना चाहिए. Critical thinking skills, I think we all have. How to put it using AI is something we learn. Yes, somebody is raising hand. Do you have a query? I request if there are any queries, you can put in the chat box, because since we have only 1 hour, I will go ahead with the session, and in the last 10 minutes, I will try to solve as much as the queries. Okay. So yeah, moving. So critical thinking, I think we all know, you all are teachers, learners, we all know what critical thinking is. So you have to put your critical thinking caps. Critical thinking किसी भी type में आपको use करनी ही है. That's how you will inculcate the AI literacy in your classrooms. डेली के क्लासरूम्स में आप कैसे यूज कर रहे हो, बच्चे को कैसे यूज कराना है, एवरीथिंग गोज अंडर एआई लिटरेसी. एंड देन देयर इज थर्ड फोर्थ पॉइंट विच इज योर डेटा अवेयरनेस. हाउ डेटा अवेयरनेस इज गोइंग टू वर्क, और डेटा अवेयरनेस एक्चुअली होता क्या है, वी विल सी इन दी अपकमिंग स्लाइड्स. डेट ओके. So for those who are as I think for people who are not audible, to try turning on your mobile or devices sounds, because others can hear me. Okay. सो व्हेन देयर इज एन एआई लिटरेसी, अब आप जब आप एआई लिटरेसी की बात कर रहे हो आपके क्लासरूम में, तो आपको एक फ्रेमवर्क भी बनाना पड़ेगा. आई थिंक वी ऑल आर अवेयर कि पहले पॉलिसीज आई, जैसे एनईपी था, एनईपी की पॉलिसी आई, उसके बाद आपका एक फ्रेमवर्क आया. फ्रेमवर्क हेल्प्स यू इन मेकिंग इट राइट. अब एआई की पॉलिसी, आपने एआई लिटरेसी की बात कर ली, ठीक है, कि हमें एआई लिटरेसी अपनी लर्निंग में, अपनी टीचिंग में, अपनी डेली लाइफ में लानी है. लेकिन उसके लिए आप करेंगे क्या? सो देयर नीड्स टू बी अ फ्रेमवर्क. So for an effective AI integration, there should be three components. It's right on your screen. First is your strategic planning. Then you have curriculum alignment. And then you have deep learning through critical thinking and problem solving. So in this framework, if you can see, there is no number. ये नहीं है कि पहले आपका स्ट्रैटेजिक प्लानिंग है, या आपका करिकुलम अलाइनमेंट है, या आपको क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग या प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग करनी है. यू कैन सी ये चेन्स हैं, और ये चेन्स आपकी इंटरकनेक्टेड है राइट. अब ये जो इंटरकनेक्टेड चेन्स हैं, इसका मतलब ये होता है.
Excuse me, Niharika ma'am.
Yes,
We
ma'am.
got the request if we can be in English only, because we have the participants from the South and many other. And just one
Okay.
more request to disable the annotation from your side, because you have shared the screen. So
Yes,
just
I will try to do that. Just give me a minute. I will try to disable. Just give me a minute.
yes, just go on to the options at the right side of the
Annotate.
sharing screen. Disable.
Hmm.
Click on the disable annotation,
Okay, done. Thank you.
and
Thank you so much.
you can reshare, or maybe
I will
Just
reshare.
reshare
Okay,
them.
so that this will,
Reshare and
yes,
then disable.
yes, yes, I will do that. Okay, wait, I will reshare again. Okay, done. It's done for everyone. Okay,
Presentation mode is still not on.
it is on. It will take a second. It's
Yeah.
on right now. Okay. So as we were discussing, there needs to be a framework. Now, when I say framework, it's not like numbered that this needs to be first, this needs to be second. They are interrelated. So there should be a curriculum alignment. Obviously, when you are teaching or when you are learning, there should be a curriculum alignment. Second, when you say that there is a curriculum alignment, you also need to strategically plan on how you are going to use that AI in your classroom, in your daily classroom. The point is that let's start using these tools in your daily classrooms. And then when you are planning it, when you have a curriculum alignment, you also need to look for critical thinking and your problem solving skills. So the point is that you don't have to blindly follow the what AI is saying. You also have to put your critical thinking and problem solving hats, because again, do remember that AI is constantly developing. AI is constantly developing, and it we as humans we are helping the AI to develop. So when we are helping it to develop, we have to put all our skills to use. Okay, now how this policy will look like, how this framework can look like in your daily classroom. We have said that there should be a curriculum alignment, there need to be problem solving skills, and there need to be strategic planning. What the goals are, how you can divide it. So the first thing you can do is you start with clear learning goals. So you have to define that these are the learning goals I want in your classroom. You are already doing that in your subjects, be it maths, be it science, whatever subject you are teaching in your classroom, you are defining your learning objectives. So you with AI also you need to define your learning objective. Again, once your learning objectives are defined, you have to tell them what skills a student needs to develop. That okay, if my student is going to, and it's not only about it's any type of subject. Say it music, that today my students needs to learn one type of song. So now you need to also let the AI know what type of skills a student will be learning. Okay. Second is then you have to choose the right AI tools. Most of us are still not aware of many tools that are available online. We are still, again, there are times we just go through Google, we start with ChatGPT. That's the most used AI. But again, ChatGPT is not the only tool. So you have to research on what type of AI tool. And again, it's not everything fits one, right? So yes, ChatGPT is good for something, but there are multiple tools that are available that will help you. So you also have to go and you also have to start finding the right AI tools. And then you need to prioritize that, okay, today if I have to learn something about culture, this is the tool that is going to work. Today, if I have to learn something about English, that is the tool. You also can help your fellow teachers that, okay, while going through my research, that, okay, this, I just found this tool which will help the language learners. So this is how you have to do a little bit of research and find the right AI tools. Then you have to create an AI policy. When you are introducing something in your classroom, you also have to come up with a policy for the ethical AI use, which means that if you are giving a student that, okay, you have to do an essay, you also have to give them a guideline that, okay, you can take help from ChatGPT, but it should not be copied from the ChatGPT. Okay, they can take help, that's fine. It's a suggestion. But again, you have to make it ethically used, right? And again, you have to involve the students. So involve the students in creating the policies, because they can also tell you what all they plan to do with AI and what all they don't want to do with AI. So, because these students are still learning, they know much more than us, they can help you. So, involve your classroom, involve your friends, involve your fellow teachers in making that policy. These are three steps. Then we have two more steps. Then you have to design such activities. So do not use AI just for creating your learning objectives or creating a policy. Use the AI for activities. Now we are moving towards game based learning. Now we are moving towards activity based learning. We are moving towards inquiry based learning. Let AI do the brainstorming for you. Let them do the data analysis. Why not? You have this much of data, you have so much of things to do. Let AI do such some data analysis for you. Let AI create certain personalized feedbacks for you. Give them the progress cards, give them your students' progress cards, and let them do it. But when giving that progress card, we'll also see that how to use it ethically. Okay. Then reflecting and refine. So, how you are going to do it? Whatever is happening in your classroom using AI, always reflect it, always assess it. That okay, today you created a chapter using AI, you use certain tools, there are certain activities, and how it affected your classroom. So regularly do an assessment. If you see that certain tools are doing very well in classroom, whereas certain tools are not good and not appropriate or maybe not age appropriate, so what you will do is you have to make certain adjustments. So these are the five things that you can do while integrating in your classroom. You see, whatever I'm again saying is that it is the daily integration. It is, if you are going to use AI daily, that's how you will develop in teaching and learning. So ensure that you are using it daily. And that's why I've given it into simple 5 points, that these are things that you're doing daily. So let's do it. Now, how to develop a classroom policy? I said that ask the students to come. There was one step that you will create a classroom policy. How will you develop a classroom policy? Take it like make a guide, make sure the tools that I use. So your policy should be a guide on your practices and the tools used in classroom. We are not talking about anything else. Your policy should be the tools, the practices that you will use. You can also add like it has to come up with certain expectations. Also, you have to be very careful with the safeguarding. When your policy should state about the data breaches as well. Your students should be aware that if a student by any mistake is doing a data breach, there will be some policy against it. So create a policy and make that policy both for teachers and students. So these classroom policies should not only be applicable for students, these policies should be applicable for all the persons involved or evolve in that particular structure, be it any teacher. If you are creating a policy not only for the classroom, if you're creating a policy for the school, ensure that every single person who is a part of that first school needs to be part of that policy, because data breach can happen at any point of time. So, and you are providing data. And again, everybody should know that what are the expectations. So there should be set expectations, ethical uses. Always be aware that we are talking about ethical uses, not copying of assignments. That's unethical. So ensure that student knows what is ethical use. And again, you can make your policy. It can be evolving. It needs to be flexible, because as the time is changing, as we are evolving, every single thing that you are creating needs to be evolved with you. Okay. Then moving. Okay. Again, as we talked there, these are your components. So your components is your academic integrity, your data privacy. Academic integrity means everything that you are doing or whatever your objectives that you are setting needs to be aligned with your curriculum. So academically it should be sound. Second, there should be a data privacy. Try not to provide much of a data, a student's name or something. So ensure that there's a policy about it. Ethical use is an AI literacy. How will you use the ethical inclusion? One thing that again is very important, that there should be inclusion. Again, it's a in your classroom, not every student is same, and you are very aware of that. And all your teachers are doing wonderful jobs in including your entire classroom. All of your teachers are promoting equity and inclusion on any other level. So when you are creating a classroom policy, ensure that equity and inclusion is still there. And the best part and the most important part should be your pedagogical alignment. That whatever part you are using your AI for should have a pedagogical connection to it. There should be a pedagogical alignment to it. It should not like, okay, we are doing because we wanted to do it. No, we are doing because it is helping in developing. It is helping in the curriculum. It is helping in the pedagogy. That's how you're going to do it. Again, and remember, keep the policy as simple as possible. So when you are creating a policy, and then you will move it to next parts, that you are done with the framework, then you have your policies, and then now some points to remember while using your AI in your classrooms. The very first thing is always keep your students' data private. So we said that you can put the marks and you can ask the AI to analyze the data. So do let them do it, but do not put the names or the grades or any kind of personal information. Use it as a public spaces. You know now, whenever you go to a cafe or a restaurant, you connect to a Wi-Fi, you receive a message that it's a public connection. Do you want to continue? So always treat your AI tools like public spaces. Keep the data safe. Try not to put much of your data. Again, I'm going back to that Ghibli trend that everybody posted the pictures thinking that nobody will know, and then another thing came and you can reverse search those images. So how easy it is, how much you are putting. If you're putting too much of data, that data can be breached at any time. Second is, do not trust the AI outputs blindly. So also make the students to remember this part, that if you are using AI for something, always cross check. So if you're talking about photosynthesis and you want a content about photosynthesis, do double check. Always cross check from your books or from the original article. As a teacher, if you are creating a content, do check the book, do check the articles, do check Google, do check any kind of paper. Next things, or there are multiple things that you need to remember. Be transparent with students. So if you are using AI in classroom and you want it to be used in an ethical manner, always let them know that I have created this wonderful content from AI. And then you can ask the students, ki, let's check whether it's right or wrong, right? Always teach the students to question AI, verify the facts. Here, critical thinking is essential. When we keep talking critical thinking and problem solving skills, so here it is your critical thinking, that if AI is saying something, it's not the guarantee that it will be true. So you need to check whether it's right or wrong. And again, there will be certain biases. So because again, it's developing on human outputs only, we are only giving inputs. So there can be biases. Whenever you see a bias, mark it to the AI, because AI asks for it. Okay. There is always a time where you can give them the remark. So let the students tell that, okay, you can question AI, you can give remarks, you can ask there is something missing in the AI generated articles. Always acknowledge the resources. This is again being ethical. If you are using any kind of AI, always acknowledge. Always let them know that this is how you are going to model the ethical behavior. That today I created this question paper using AI. So now the student will also tell. Now the students will also tell that, ma'am, you know what, we did this thing, or sir, we did this thing, but we used AI. So that's how you, once you model the behavior, they will also show the same ethical behavior with you. Then again, you have to use AI to support thinking. So we are not saying that keep your brain on the side table and start using AI. No, put that brain back on your head. Let AI help you in sparking the ideas, but always guide the students. Okay. So you have to guide the students always. Biases, again, there will be stereotypes, there will be misinformations. Check the content before using in the classroom, because even if you say, okay, this was wrong, there might be a chance a student will go out and say, no, ma'am said this and that's right. And there should be, we do remember that AI is nothing but a tool. AI is just a helping tool for the teacher. So your insights, your experiences, and your values are the things that are making difference in the classroom. We are not replacing you. And no, AI cannot replace the human. AI cannot do that. We need you. We need the teachers for their experiences, for the learning experiences they had, for the insights and the values that you inculcate in the classroom. So always blend with AI. You need to blend with them. You are not separate. The AI is not taking over your job. It's just that you need to blend. Now, the tools and extensions that you can use. So these are the extensions other than ChatGPT. There are multiple extensions that you can use in your classrooms. Some of them are available in India, some of them are paid, some of them are free. So you can use such, you can create quizzes, you can create your lesson plans, you can create websites, videos, you can create certain videos. You can also create entire screens and cameras. You can share the links with students. Everything can be done using these extensions. These are just the extensions that I'm sharing. Other than that, we all have more. Now, These are your educational AI tools. When I say educational AI tools, when I said that AI is there to help you in the classroom. So with AI, with Canva and ChatGPT, there's also Napkin AI. You can create beautiful visuals. So gone are the days when we are simply going to Google and say, there are days you can simply say, Google, why do create an for this image for me? Why don't you go to Canva? Why don't you go to ChatGPT? You will get much more realistic 3D images. So just think about it that you're teaching a younger grade kid solar system, but on a 2D level. That okay, there is sun in the center, there are planets, that's how they do. We are stopping their knowledge. Let's use something else where they can see the 3D structure of that solar system. You are anyways doing it, but just change the tool that you are using it. So you have visual creating tools. You also have tools where you can create the formative assessments, because again, it's a very important part. Then you need to create the lesson plans every day, every other day you are creating a lesson plan. To create presentations, if you have to teach something new in the classroom, you are teaching in multiple ways. So you can create presentations using Canva, Slides AI. There are also Slides Go. For videos, you have in videos with Canvas. So these, and again, for senior grades or for junior grades, you also need to have updated content all the time. So you need to do certain academic research. You can use SciSpace. Again, these are just some tools. These are not all the tools that are available, because there are multiple tools that will not fit on my screen. So what I have done is I have just taken some of the tools and I put in here. Okay, these are the ways you can use the AI tools in your classroom. Okay, then these are some of the places where you can find more tools. So these are your technology places. You have Product Hunt. Simply go to the website and you will find multiple tools there as well. Okay, these are the tools. These are specifically educational tools. Those tools, the Canva ones, ChatGPT are for others as well. But Product Hunt AI tool, these are the tools that are specific educational ones. So you can also create your presentations, your lesson plans, your videos, your classroom activity. Everything is here. Toolify also have like so most of these or most of all of them are education focused options, not any other thing. Whenever you search, you will get education related content only. And again, as I said, it's developing. So there will be multiple more as well. Now, coming to the next, you can use Canva like this. So this is one of the example of how ChatGPT and Canva together helps you in creating multiple lesson plans, posters, slide presentations, and everything. So please, if you haven't tried it, tried Canva, tried Gamma, whatever tool you can, just try doing it. And also we have 15th August coming, we have Janashtami coming, we have multiple holidays coming. Try creating some, visual using it. Or maybe you have time, try creating some classroom poster using it. And let's see that what you're getting it. Okay. Now I have one question for all of you, that if you have to search, I'll give you a task and I request everybody to answer it in the chat box, that you have to search about, what do you say? You have to ask ChatGPT to create a lesson plan for you on photosynthesis. What do you write in ChatGPT? Just write it. Again, I'm repeating. Question is that you want to create something, you want to create a lesson plan on photosynthesis for grade 7. You are going to chat GPT and you have asked that how will you ask? What will you write? What will you write in the chat box for chat GPT to it? If please answer yes. Okay. That was quick. Anybody else? More? Yes. 3D videos. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So I can see most of us has an idea. Yeah. You okay? Cool.
Lots
Thank you
of
so
lesson plans only coming in the chat
Yes,
box.
lots of lesson plans are coming. I can
Lesson
see the
plans.
teachers are mostly creating lesson plans using ChatGPT,
Yeah.
which is a good thing. Now, okay. So here is what I will put. So most of us, what you are doing is make a lesson plan about photosynthesis. That's what you're doing, grade 7. But we are starting it very simple. But what is happening is that you are giving a very generic prompt. Now, what on the other side you can see What I have done is I have asked ChatGPT that okay, there needs to be a timer, a 45-minute lesson plan. Nobody said the timing, right? A ChatGPT can create a lesson plan for 10 minutes or for 100 minutes. You have to tell ChatGPT the timing that you want. So what we are doing is I'm putting it as 45 minutes. Now the objective of the photosynthesis should be that how light, water and carbon dioxide is producing glucose and oxygen. Now again, another thing. So first was the timing, then the objective. Then you're also asking ChatGPT that you, whenever you go to a class, you don't just start, okay, let's do math, photosynthesis. No, you start with a hook. So you're also telling ChatGPT that include a 5-minute hook, a 15-minute lesson plan, a group task, check for understanding, and a 2-minute exercise task. So this is how the prompt works. So when we were talking about the skills that you need to learn with AI, this is again one of the skill. The skill is how you are going to give the prompt, right? Most of us you're doing. Yes, ma'am. So even if you're a say senior academic person, I can see there are multiple senior academic people here. So the prompt needs to be lengthy, because if you do not do that, ChatGPT will give you certain suggestions. Then you will ask ChatGPT multiple times, ki, okay, add this, remove this. If in this one prompt you have given all the information that you want. So it's two things. First, either you will write a prompt, you will take 2 minutes to write a prompt, and ChatGPT will give you the answer, or the AI will give you the answer. Or what you will do is you will ask AI, ki, okay, create a lesson plan. Then when you'll ask AI, ki, why don't you add this? Then you'll ask AI again, why don't you do this? So instead of doing it on like multiple levels, I am doing it at one point. That is what prompt engineering is. That is how you give the prompt. Your prompt needs to be very clear and very specific. So for any grade, you have to put the objective. What do you want to teach exactly in the class? How do you want to divide it? You can remove some of the tasks. You can remove the check for understanding. That's up to you. But you have to give ChatGPT or the AI the timing that you want. Okay. Then again, this was one of the prompt. Now these are your prompting tips that I wanted to give you. Clear natural languages that you're talking to a colleague. Context, so you have to give the great detail, the subject that you are teaching, the topic that you're teaching. Keep it short but detailed. So I have kept in like timing, objective timing. And you can, then what you can do is you get something, you can edit it, you can ask the AI that this is what I want. You can ask the AI that what do you want? Do you want a list of something? Do you want a summary of something? You have to ask them. Again, these are the things that you can do. Clear languages, you need to be very clear, you need to be specific, you need to be detailed, but refine the responses every time. Tell exactly what do you want. Do you want a lesson plan? Do you want a summary? Do you want a paper? Do you want topics? Do you want paragraph? Whatever. Do you want a printout? Write them that I want a printout. Do you want attachment? Write that. Whatever you want. Do you want like you're finding that it's very difficult for the student? Ask AI to make it friendly. Make it students friendly. Ask your AI that okay, even if it's a 12th grader, you understand your classroom, AI doesn't. So ask AI that let's do this thing. So that's how you prompt it. So these are one
Niharika
of
ma'am,
the.
we have one teacher writing. If we can share some ideas on creating the lesson plan. So yeah, if you can
Okay,
provide
okay.
some information over that.
So we can take it later. I'll just give me like for that I have to go back to AI and I have to create it. So I will park this and I will try to create it as soon as I can. Let me just finish this and we'll go ahead. Okay. So prompting tips, what I will do is I will copy the exact same prompt that I have written here on ChatGPT and share with you. Fine. Okay. So moving to next, because we are running short of time, I will do it later. These are also, I have done one for science. Now the next, if you see in your screen is a prompt for English language. So, or maybe English or maybe any kind of language where you are talking about grammar. This is how you can write a prompt that you want to know some myths about that particular language. English, Hindi, our local languages, any foreign languages. You have something in your mind that you want to burst some misconceptions. So, what a prompt can you give you? This is the prompt right there. That list three grammar rules. I am keeping English in mind. List three grammar rules students think are true but are not. Explain what's actually current in simple terms. So, list three English grammar rules students think are true but are not. explain what's actually correct in simple terms. So this is one of the English prompt that you can do. That was a science one. Yes. Then the next one can be talk to yourself. So you're prepping a child for debate on any topic, any target language. Say that they are learning a foreign language. How will they learn? How will they do it? So the idea is that they need to build a fluency. But what will the prompt be? Prompt will be 10 short phrases I can say to myself. Let's see, I want to learn Marathi. I don't know Marathi because I'm an English and Hindi language speaker. If I want to learn Marathi, what will I say? I'll say, give me 10 short phrases I can say to myself in Marathi during daily tasks. Right? Fluency. How do you build a language fluency? It's not the business talks or anything. Your talk should be the daily ones. You need to introduce yourself. That's how you learn the language. So, what you're asking, that very basic 10 sentences, 10 short phrases. And as you move ahead, you can also say that longer phrases. Maybe I want to introduce myself to my boss and he speaks in this language. That's how you can do it. So these are the examples of prompts. Now, next. So prompts are something that you can use in your classroom. You can use it for yourself. A student can do it at home as well. Now coming to something that is very different again, AI for classroom or at home learning. So what I'm doing is I'm also for your help. Now I'm taking you to something. So now I'll share some of the videos with you. Why I have closed it is because these are the online ones. So I have some. So say if you are teaching something, wait, just give me a minute. Okay. So what as a now it's again another subject altogether. So this is something that is so I said there are multiple of AI tools, right? It's not just ChatGPT. This is another AI tool that is available, which is your talking toes. It's under Google Arts and Culture. So Google has multiple AI tools. Now what we are doing is it's an experiment where your students or AI is helping the students to go to cultural landmarks. So they are sitting here. My prompt language is in English only. It's just the language that I want to learn. I said Marathi. So if I have to learn something in Marathi, I will give the prompt in a way that I want to speak Marathi and give me 10 short phrases. So yes, the prompt language is always in English. We are not changing that. Okay. So we were two talking tours. This is one of the Google's art and culture. Now what we are doing is they are an experiment. It's an audio experiment. And if you click on the launch experiment, you simply have to click here and wherever you want to go it will take you. So let's say I there are 64 locations that they have tagged. There will be multiple locations. Now what they're doing is just by sitting in India they can go to famous landmarks, right? If I have to say this is one of the famous landmark, I clicked here. Okay, and a commentary will load. The commentary will automatically load. So again, the responses are generated by an AI and it says that it can be inaccurate. So if you see, it's a 3D
Did you
image.
know that the Speicherstadt in Hamburg, shown in this image near the St. Annenbruck, is the world's largest warehouse district built on timber pilings? Most people don't know that its unique architecture and intricate network of canals played a crucial.
I hope it was audible. So
Yes, it
now,
was
yeah,
audible.
so this was just an example. Now you can see that I am sitting here as a student. How interesting, how intrigued I am that, okay, I am sitting in India. I'm sitting right now in Delhi and I'm listening something about another location altogether. And it's not just the 3D image that I'm looking at. I'm also listening to the commentary. So it's that guided experience that you're getting. No. So this is another type of AI. This is your I said that it's not just ChatGPT, not just Canva. There are multiple AIs that you can use. This is another subject altogether, right? This is like geography or whatever you want to teach, you can teach it from here. Now, and one more interesting one. See, I am very happy to see this. You are very happy to see this. Think about a student, a grade 1 to 12th students, they are kids. They are happy to see such things. That's how they live it, right? We are asking them to do something. You're asking them to learn something. So that's how they will learn. You can also change it to nature. You can select as much as topics as you can. Now, switching to another one, this is see what you say what you see. It's an image prompting. So this is again your Google AI. Image prompting, it can be used as a game, anything that you want to learn. That's how you do it. So if you have to launch the experiment and it tells you how to write it. So here it is telling you to learn the art of prompting. Okay. So the image will be generated and you have to match it. So you have to start it on level 1. You are again doing it on the English language. Now this is what? It's a painting of a dog in a field. If you move to next, how are you teaching? This is an artwork. Now you have to write what comes to your mind at first. What will you do? What I can see here, what all of you can see. Can you write in a chat? You have an image on your screen and you have to tell me what things. If you're looking at this screen on your, what is the prompt that you're coming? What is the caption that you can put? Vegetable salad, anything else? Image of a ramen with eggs. Yes. Ramyun noodles. So if you see, it says you can write 120 words. So try to make it 120. You have to describe it. It's not a one word answer. It's a description that you have to put. Green soupy vegetables. Yes. More. Salad. Edible things. A plate full of meal. I have got a sentence. So what I'll do is I'll simply say a plate full of meals. Right? Now, let's see. It will take few seconds. And now it says that it's not very relevant to what it showed. So you have to write a caption again. So what you are doing is, you used to teach this to students in very young age that look at the image and write about it. That's what you're doing. You're doing a picture description at a senior level. Healthy salad, right? Nutrition, also food, yes. So yes, there are multiple things. There can be different captions as per you. Healthy foods, okay. Also keep in mind what all you can see. It can be a bowl of ramen with eggs, right? And vegetables. It can be that, and you are doing it. Again, it will tell you that how relevant it is. Now it's irrelevant. So what I did, what all it was shown, I put it in the description. There were vegetables, there were noodles, and there was a bowl as well as egg. So that's how I prompted it. So and with this description, it created an image. So now you see, this is how you can again, you are teaching a child. So this is again one of the examples of AI that you can use. So these are two things that I wanted to show you in like how you can use it in your daily classroom. If moving ahead, there are more that can use. So these are the activities that you are doing. If you move ahead, there is a notebook LLM that you can use in your classroom daily. Let me just show you that. Okay. Yes. One more. So there is a notebook LLM. That was some activity based AI. This is a notebook LLM where you can add your lecture recordings. You can create your textbook chapters. You are actually researching daily. So notebook LLM will help to convert those complex chapters into easier ones for your students. You can also keep it in a presentation. You can also ask notebook LLM that these are my ideas. Let's create something, let's create a note or a market research, or if you are a researcher and you want to write something, use notebook LLM to do that. Put your ideas and notebook LLM will help. So this is again one of the AI tools. Then another thing that you must have been seeing like almost every other day is the podcasts. There are multiple podcasts that are going. So you can also create a podcast using your AI tool. So what you are doing is that you are in a classroom, you want the students to go through any article or any paper, but you see that they're not very interested in listen or into reading, right? It gets difficult. So what you can do is these are all the free versions. All of them are free versions. So do not worry. Whatever I'm showing is a free version to you. So now this is what I have done here. I'll just play it for you. Listen to this podcast first.
This conversation is powered by Google Illuminate. Check out illuminate.google.com for more. Ever thought about using fingerprints to save lives? Sounds crazy, right? But that's exactly what this paper, Infant ID, Fingerprints for Global Good, is all about.
It's a fascinating idea, using something as commonplace as fingerprints to tackle a huge global problem.
Exactly.
So what I have done, I simply took a paper, a research article which was available online, which I felt is very relevant for my students. I went to this Illuminate, which is again in Google AI. All of the AI are free. You need to go, you just send them, you don't have to download the paper. Click on the link, upload it here, and this will create a podcast for you. Now, you can ask the students to listen to the podcast at any point of time. So you can create podcasts. And again, when I said this is also a future opportunity for students, these days there are multiple podcasts that are being creating. We have so many podcasters. So this is an opportunity for them as well. Then moving to next. These were the tools that I wanted to show. These are some of the books that you can teach for teachers and educators. About the attendance link, we will be sharing in a while. Do not worry. At the end of the session, we are going to send the links to you. So these are the books for teachers and educators that you can use for AI and anything. Also, if you want to read about AI, you have to simply just go to Google. There are multiple papers that are available. Now coming back to one question where we felt that we wanted to do the prompt for the lesson planning on ChatGPT, right? This was the prompt we were talking about. So let's try doing it here itself. Let me open my ChatGPT for you and I will share the screen. I will copy the same prompt that I showed you. So do not worry, I will not copy anything else. Let me just share my screen with you. So what I have done is, just give me a minute. I'm still on this page. So I've copied that prompt from my PPT itself on the lesson planning and I've pasted it here. Okay, this was the prompt that I've done and simple. So now if you see, an entire lesson plan is created. Can you see it? So on the screen, it will appear, yeah. So what I have done, I've taken that exact prompt that I showed you in my PPT. It's copied here. I gave it to ChatGPT and ChatGPT created every single thing in a minute for me. I asked for a hook. I asked for a mini lesson plan. There's an equation because I wanted them to show. Then I also gave a group task. Then there was a check for understanding, which said can be quiz discussions. And there's an exit task. So now it is also telling me, do I want a visual summary for this lesson plan? So whatever I want, I can simply ask the ChatGPT to do it. Now, if I would have asked ChatGPT to create a lesson plan on photosynthesis for grade 7, it might have come different. Let's see if I simply copy this part and I remove the minutes or specifically my grades. Let's see what ChatGPT will do for me. So what I did, I simply removed this. I am making it much easier. That's how all the prompts that you gave me on photosynthesis, right? This was the basic one. Because I've already done that. If you see, I have already done that. So ChatGPT thought that I am doing it same. It divided it into same part. If I have to refresh it, I will not get it the same because my previous input was for the same part. It gave me the same thing. So we need to be very clear with the prompts that I am giving. Okay. Subjects wise, yes, everything varies subject wise, whatever subject that you want. But yes, the details should be there. Whatever subject that you're putting, you need to put a lesson plan, you need to put an activity, you have to do a check for understanding. All things changes, but how you're teaching remains the same. There will always be a learning objective. There will always be content that you are teaching. There will always be certain questions that you will ask. There will always be certain activities that you're doing the classroom. So that's how you are going to use AI in your classrooms. And with this, from my part, I am done with AI. If you have certain queries regarding on how to use it, any prompts that you want to see again, I will be glad to share. So just let me know.
We have one question where Jyoti ma'am wants to know about the map reading for social science.
Okay. So yeah, sure, that will. We'll go to the same image where we were doing it. So I will show the exact same talking tools that we were talking. So Jyoti ma'am, this is one of again the suggestive AI only that I gave because this one is a free AI. This is the one of the suggestive ones. So these are the suggestive ones only. Now, if you see, these are just the landmarks. You can scroll it. There's also the nature, there's also the archaeology, there are also cultural institutions. So, whatever you want to teach on the map is provided there. And again, to add on to it, because it's currently, again, we are adding, it's evolving. So, currently, if you see landmarks, is 64 locations only. It's not just 64 in the entire world. We will add. So, if you click on stadiums, we have 11 stadiums, famous landmarks, 53. Same goes for nature. That's how you switch. If you want to teach students about caves, these are the caves. Forest, here are all the forests. So they are marking it daily. Yes, you can use it in your classroom daily to teach how the map works. You can switch it from here about the images. So this is your map view. This is the image view of every single thing. You can also search. I hope this solves your query. Okay. Ma'am, mind map making techniques can be simply asked with the ChatGPT on what topic do you want to create a mind map. It again depends what the AI tool that I'm using currently for showing locations is talking to us. Coming back to the mind map questions, you need to go to the AI. Firstly, let's use this ChatGPT only. Let ChatGPT know on what topic do you want to create a mind map on and what all that you want to put it. So the idea again is that instead of simply just putting that create a mind map, put the prompts. Clarify what type of mind map, what do you want, what is the type, how the connection will make, again, the grade that you are taking care of. Yes, ma'am, you can do any subject will do. Because again, I'm saying since it's evolving, it will create something you need to be just you have to ask the chat GPT to do it for you. And yes, you have to again check it to do before it. So for any language, for creating any test kind of test papers, we also do that whenever we have to create a test paper, we simply go to chat GPT, create a test paper, this grade, this timing, these many questions, and it will create it for you. So yes, there is a link provided for your certificate. Please ensure that you are filling it before leaving, and your certificates will be issued in next 3 to 4 working days. Yes. For those who have not received, since it was 11th August, let me just check with the team. Do not worry. अगर आपने registration किया था, you will get your certificate. So do not worry. We'll send it to you for sure. Okay, thank you so much everyone for being a wonderful listener. Thank you so much, Rapti ma'am, for all the support in the session.
Yes.
Okay, I will write the name of the free tools, or you can simply go to Google AI, and you will get all the free tools there.
We have shared the links in the chat box. I request everyone to kindly go through the chat box for the links. My team has already shared the links again. If you have missed on any of the link, all the certificates will be provided to each one of you on your mail IDs. And as we have already told you, in 3 to 4 working days, your certificates will be reaching you. Also, do not miss the next coming webinar on 18th of August, right at the same time, 4 p.m. And still, if you have any of the questions, you have ma'am with us. So you can just ask and park your questions, or you can unmute still. We are in the end of the session. We will unmute you. You can ask the questions also if needed. Otherwise, please park your questions in the chat box. Okay, I feel everyone has filled the link. Okay, we have. Could know the best
Application
application
tool
to
for
for
Android.
Android mobile?
Um, so Piyush, so these are all available on Google. There is no such thing like हमने अभी तक, because if you are going for AI, we are talking about the free tools. So all the free tools are available. Simply open Google on your Android mobile as well, and this will work.
Okay, I hope everyone has filled the link. We have one more question. How a critical and a logical learning can be done with AI?
Yeah, okay. So